chickens, welcome back to another video on my channel. It's the third day of December, so it is the third video of December, and today we are doing a not so berry build. So this is build for the second generation, so the rose generation, and then I also kept in mind what like a bedroom for the yellow generation, so their parents, the mint generation, which would be their parent, and then also the yellow generation, which would be their daughter. I'm pretty sure I'm not messing that up. So I've done a bedroom for each of the generations because I kind of think like I kind of have more than one generation at a time in the house because I tend to kind of have babies pretty quickly because I don't know, that's just like the most fun part of Sims for me is like getting the next generation. So I kind of built it for all three in mind. I don't think I have a rocket in this one, which I think the yellow generation needs, but I do have everything that they need for, it's kind of more focused on the pink generation. So let me look up Not So Berry Challenge so I can kind of tell you about the rose generation and what I included. So I think they're kind of like a super romantic sim, like they don't stick to one. I think they've got the serial romantic aspiration. Yeah, so they've had everything they've desired as a child, so they grew up in that like super fancy home, but they were always longing for more. They have a hard time committing to relationships. They focus on their career, so they have no maternal instincts, which I kind of made this house as if the child is not really the center. You know, they don't have toys everywhere. The child is really just kind of up in their room, I guess, a lot of the time. And also I had to use those new roofs and make a little gazebo because like I built this basically pretty soon after the cats and dogs came in, and I was like, we are building a gazebo. And what else? So they have no maternal instincts, but they still love their child. So they're a politician, so obviously they're gonna want like a mirror so that they can get the charisma skill up. They're also a serial romantic, so I mean, woohooing, yeah. That's basically it. So they have one child, politician, serial romantic, master charisma. They need to leave someone at the altar. So I kind of imagined the sim being in this house as a single sim with their mum and their kid. It's just kind of how I imagined it, because they don't get married until they're an elder, which it's not to say that they don't have a relationship until they're an elder, but they don't get married until they're an elder, basically. So I kind of made it with that in mind, and then I also kind of had the next generation in mind. I put them up in the attic, made their bedroom super yellow and I guess a little bit more themed towards space, because that's what the next generation is. They kind of spent all their childhood, you know, looking up at the sky and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's basically like everything about the build, but I thought I'd tell you what I did today because I feel like I did so much today, and like, I mean, what else do you talk about in a voiceover? But yeah, so I'm like a full-time uni student and I only work like 10 hours a week because basically with my degree I have to do so much placement that I can't really work more than that because it would be really inconsistent for my boss, because like 12 weeks out of the year I have to just not work because I'm working full-time. So yeah, I can't really have a proper job, which sucks money-wise. But yeah, so I don't really do that much usually, especially because now that I'm finished uni, there's not that much to do. But today, I feel like I did so much because I've been putting a lot of things off. So this morning, I woke up and I took my mum to work because she went to like a Sia concert last night. So she left her car at work and then I drove her to work. Then I went to the hairdresser. Then I went all the way to another suburb, which is like 40 minutes away because it's like the best kind of shopping center, I guess. I had to take my MacBook, which is such a bummer. I hate myself for this, but I spilt noodles on my laptop because I'm so dumb that I spilt noodles on my laptop, like noodle water on my laptop, And now they're like, no, like it's not repairable, like you'd have to pay more than it would cost to buy a new one, so you basically just have to buy a new one. And I can't afford that, so I'm just not gonna have a laptop. But it's fine, like I can still do videos because I do videos on my PC. So I just have to not have a laptop. And to be fair, I just finished uni, so I guess it's pretty good timing because I've done all my assignments and everything. So like for any time that it had to happen, at least it happened when I had finished uni, because if it hadn't finished if it had have happened before I finished uni, I would have had to buy another one, which sucks. But maybe I'll ask for one for Christmas, but it's a pretty big gift for Christmas. I might ask for one and like pay half back or something like that. We shall see what my mum wants to do. Or maybe I just won't get one because I don't really need one. Anyway, after I took my laptop, I went to the shopping centre and I bought like 4 books, even though I wasn't planning on spending any money. And I also bought a present for the girl that I babysit because it's her birthday soon. And that was stressful because like when a kid asks you for something very specific and you can't find it, you're just like, oh my god, I've ruined their entire birthday. But she ended up really liking the present that I got her, which was similar to what she asked for, but they didn't have exactly what she asked for. But she was really happy with her present, I think. Otherwise, she's just a really good actor and I appreciate that. But yeah, she seemed happy and she was like playing with it all afternoon that I was babysitting her, so that's good. And then after that, I went to work, picked the kids up, babysat, gave them their present, and then basically there's not a storm, but there's an expected storm right now where I live, which is supposed to be everyone's freaking out unnecessarily. They're saying that they think there's gonna be 3 months worth of rain in 3 days. And like it is raining, but it's not raining that much, and everyone's like, prepare for flooding, and like, yeah, typical Melbourne, just overreacting to any form of weather. Because yeah, we don't get natural disasters, like we don't get earthquakes, we don't get hurricanes, tornadoes, anything like that. We just get a lot of rain or a lot of sun. But it's really funny because yesterday it was 34 degrees Celsius, which for my Fahrenheit friends is 34 degrees Celsius. Also, I don't know how you guys spell Fahrenheit. Like every time, like I struggle. 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So imagine one day it's what was it? It's 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit, and the next day there's like torrential downpour and flooding. Like that's the best description of Melbourne ever. What's it called? The weather is just so sporadic and insane. That's climate change for you. And then after work, I went to pick up my sister because we went and had sushi, which was really bad sushi. We went to a Japanese restaurant and everything else was really good. We had gyoza, we had rice paper rolls, we had like karaji chicken, something like that, like fried chicken basically. It was like so yum. And then the sushi, it was hot for a start, like hot salmon and avocado sushi, which was just weird. And the rice was really goopy and it was not good. And I love sushi. Like I don't think I've ever had sushi that I was like, ew, that was gross. But that was really gross. But it was cheap, so I guess it didn't matter. But was not great sushi. And then after that, I went with my sister and we made our parents go out for ice cream because we were like, we should have family bonding time, because now that we're adults, we don't really hang out as a family that much. Like we do, but like maybe only once a month, like all 4 of us hang out. So we did that, and then we got ice cream, even though it's like torrential downpour, whatever. We got ice cream and then we like chilled for like 20 minutes at home. And then I had to take my sister home because I picked her up to go get dinner, so she didn't have her car. And then I went back home, and then as soon as I got home, she called me and was like, I've left my bag in your car. So I had to go all the way back to her house, which is like a 15-minute drive either way. So like altogether, taking her home, coming back, going back and coming home again was like, I spent an hour of my time just taking her home and bringing her bag back to her, which was so annoying. And she even said, she was like, if it had been the other way, I would have cracked it and not brought you your bag. But I had to, because she has work at like 6 a.m. So I couldn't exactly not bring her bag because it had her keys in it. But I was really thinking about it. I was like, well, you can walk. And she was even like, well, when you get to my house, I can drive you home. And I was like, yeah, but my car would be at your house and I would be stranded. But yeah, it all worked out. But yeah, the storm, everyone's kind of, there's like a hashtag on Twitter and everyone's posting all this funny stuff that's like cracking me up about the storm, because basically the news is like freaking out about the storm, saying it's like there's going to be flooding and there's probably going to be like deaths because of it, and it's like, I don't really understand, but I guess like people swimming, and that's really all that I can imagine. I guess trees falling, that's a big thing. But basically, like, we're in the city, there's not that much flooding. And like, it's over the weekend, which is pretty convenient because you can kind of just stay home basically. But apparently the worst is going to be Sunday, and so right now it's Friday. So when this video goes up, that's when it will be the worst. But everyone's now kind of like taking the piss basically, which I don't know if, I'm sure other countries say taking the piss. I don't know actually. But they're just like having a laugh at the fact that that there's like, it's not, what do you call it? It's spitting. Like, it's barely any rain, and they're like, it's torrential downpour. And like, someone posted a puddle of someone posted a picture of a puddle on Tumblr and was like, stay strong, Melbourne, we'll get through this. Like, this tiny puddle. Just cracked me up. So funny. All the stuff on Twitter is making me laugh so much, and like, I retweeted all of it, so if you want to look at the like some of the funnier stuff, my Twitter is just Simserlee, which is a link down below as well if you want to go checking it out. But yeah, and then someone else posted, there's like a image from The Simpsons of a guy on the news. I don't know how well I can explain this, but it was like a guy on the news and it was like death toll 0. And everyone was like, Australian news right now. Because they're like acting like it was this massive thing. Like, I'm talking, when I was driving my mum to work this morning, every single radio station was going, oh, the rain, oh, the rain, oh my god, the rain, oh my god, have you heard, like, oh my god, the rain. And I was just like, oh, it just annoyed me so much that I had to like change it to my own music because I couldn't listen to it anymore. Those little pictures as well are so perfect. There's like drawing of an astronaut and drawing of the stars and the sun or something, which is like perfect for this child. But I thought the little attic room was kind of cute. I didn't want to make it a proper attic like a Sims 4 with the roof over it, because then it just gets really annoying in gameplay. But I think this room is really cute. I really like how it turned out. I think it's super cute. But I also think so I've already built the next home, which is, what is it? Sorry, I got a message on my phone. I got really distracted. Yeah, I've already built the next house, which is the yellow house, and I think I made it a little bit too similar to this one. So I have to make sure that I do the next one a little bit different, because this kind of, I guess it's like a little bit of a beach house kind of look. I think it's a very typical Australian looking home, like Victorian but Australian, if that makes sense, which is the house I kind of grew up in, so it makes sense why I would base all my houses on this. But yeah, always using weatherboard, because I grew up in a weatherboard house, which is funny because now I live in a really modern house, but I just don't like building modern houses in The Sims 4 for whatever reason. Like, I think people do it really, really well, but I think I do like more family, suburban, cozy kind of homes. I think I furnish them a lot better. And I think modern homes are hard to make look nice in The Sims 4 from the outside. Like, I think furnishing is actually probably okay because there's a good range of furniture. But in terms of the outside of the house, when something is boxy, I find it really hard to do in The Sims 4. But that's like a good challenge for myself. I should try and like recreate some realistic modern looking houses so that I can kind of learn like things that look good on modern houses and things like that can inspire me in the future. So maybe I'll do like a series on that next year. But yeah, I think the screenshots are gonna start soon, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you like the little gazebo and the attic. That's kind of like my favorite parts of the house. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my video tomorrow because I am posting every day in December. Thank you so much for watching, chickens. Bye.